he just kind of like showed up. Like he was just like, hey, like I'm finally gonna make my appearance. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Maddie, and I am pregnant with my first child. So today I just wanted to do a bump date / talk about my 20-week anatomy scan because that was done about 3 weeks ago now. So I am currently almost 23 weeks pregnant, and I honestly cannot tell you where the time has gone. Like, I feel like the first trimester kind of stretched out, and then this second trimester is just like flying by, and it's honestly scaring me. So today was actually the last day of work for me before we go on to winter break, because I work at an elementary school. So when we come back from break, which will be during the first week of January, we will already be in 2019, aka the year that I'm going to give birth, and we're only going to be 4 months away from my due date. So that's a little crazy to me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but I'm honestly super excited, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into my 20-week anatomy scan. So I had my 20-week anatomy scan on the exact day that I was 20 weeks. And we actually ended up having to wait about 3 hours just to be seen because I guess the place that we went was like short-staffed or something. And so it took forever for us to get into the actual sonogram room. But then once we were in there, we were just so excited. We couldn't wait for pictures and all that fun stuff. So everything like went well. There wasn't anything like, the technician can't really tell you much, I guess. And the way that my insurance or my doctor's is set up is that we went to do this sonogram at a different building than my doctor's located at. So my doctor wasn't there to like talk to us about any of this. So it was just the technician taking the pictures and measurements and everything. And so basically we just were having fun, like watching our little baby moving around and not wanting to cooperate for the technician actually for a lot of it because of how active he is apparently. So that was fun. And then so the technician left and said she was gonna go get our pictures, came back in, and she's like, so your doctor's being very particular about what she wants to see, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to redo some measurements and take some more pictures. And we were just like, okay, like, you know, no problem, that's fine. So I lay back down, she does all of that, she leaves, comes back and gives us the pictures, and she's like, okay, so we're gonna have to schedule another ultrasound for within a week. And I was like, okay, like I started getting really alarmed, and I just was kind of like, can you tell me why? And she just said my doctor wanted me to come back for another ultrasound within a week, which made it sound like it was super critical and important. And so we were just kind of like, okay, like can we know if something's wrong? And the technician said that she couldn't really tell us anything, and I would have to talk to my doctor about it. So we went to make our next appointment, and the lady that was making our appointment, she like didn't know how to make the appointment, or like the technician was being really weird, and it was almost like she didn't want to say what type of appointment it was in front of us. So she was like, we'll call you later tonight and, you know, schedule your appointment over the phone. And so we're like freaking out. I'm like asking my sister and my mom, like, you know, what could be wrong? Like, why would they want us to come back in a week and like this and that? So Oscar was definitely getting a little bit more worried than I was, just because, I mean, I was worried, but I just was like more hopeful than he was that everything was okay and that this was just like some weird thing, or maybe it was the machine, or like, you never know. So basically I messaged my doctor and I just asked her, you know, why she wanted us to come back to get the whole ultrasound done again, and if it was like a specific kind of ultrasound or if it was just the same thing. and she said it was the same thing again, and she basically said that when the technician can't get the right measurements or things like that, then we have to do it all over again. So that kind of reassured us, because that basically told us that the technician either didn't really know what she was doing, or our little guy was just being way too active and she couldn't get the right measurements. So we ended up making another appointment for the next week on the same day. So I was 21 weeks when we went back for our second anatomy scan, and that one went way better. We were seen a lot sooner, and the lady that we had was just like a lot more knowledgeable and kind of joking with us and talking to us. And we actually didn't know the first time that I was supposed to drink like 20 ounces of water or something an hour before my appointment to help, I guess, with them getting a good picture of my cervix. And so, like, I don't remember them telling me that the first time. So that could have possibly been why they wanted me to come back also. And that was like ridiculous. So it takes almost an hour to get to the building. I'm like chugging it in the car on the way to the appointment, and by the time we got to the building, I had to freaking pee my pants. Like, I even went up to the receptionist and I basically was like, I know I'm supposed to have a full bladder for this anatomy scan, but I'm about to pee my pants right now, so like, what do you want me to do? And so they told me that I could go to the bathroom and that they would give me water so I could drink more. So it ended up working out, because it actually took almost an hour for us to be seen again. So I went to the bathroom, felt a lot better, and then just drank some more water. And I still had to pee so bad by the time we actually got into the room. But she did the picture of the cervix super fast, and she said I did a really good job of filling up my bladder. And then right after she took that first picture, I was allowed to go to the bathroom. So it was just a way better like experience, and we still got more pictures. So everything was good. I haven't had my follow-up appointment with my doctor yet to discuss like everything, all the measurements and things like that. But I feel like if there was any big concerns or anything, then, you know, something would have been said by now, because I don't have my next appointment until about a week and a half-ish from now. So let me just go over some of the symptoms I guess I've been having throughout my second trimester so far. So the first symptom is definitely having to pee a lot more. So that's like one of the things that I was not expecting with pregnancy, because I thought that was like a third trimester, like your baby is so big that it's weighing like on your bladder and that's why you have to pee all the time. But no, I was already like going to the bathroom, and then right after I leave the bathroom 5 minutes later, I would already like have to go to the bathroom again. Like, it's just ridiculous some days. And I definitely have realized the importance of panty liners during pregnancy, because even though you don't get your period, you don't have to worry about bleeding and all of that, you definitely have to worry about discharge and basically almost peeing yourself if you stand up too fast, or if you go to the bathroom really quickly and you don't get it all out, and just all that fun stuff. So yeah, I definitely need to go and buy some of those soon. Another symptom that I've been having, being out of breath, and then also getting like lightheaded and dizzy. So it hasn't gotten really bad, like I haven't fainted or anything, but and it probably also has a lot to do with the fact that I'm out of shape, because I haven't really worked out since I found out I was pregnant. But especially if I get like really hot, like sometimes my classroom when I'm in there, and if I'm wearing a sweater like this with a tank top underneath, it gets really warm in the room, and if I'm moving around and doing a lot of stuff, then I get like overheated, and I'll start to see like those little white dots, you know, you see everywhere. And I actually see those pretty often, which is kind of weird to me, but it's not like a lot. Like, it's not like when they're all over the place right before you like pass out. It's like one or two, like they literally just pop up and then it just goes away. Like, it's only if I move really quickly, or after I like go up the steps like a little bit faster than I probably should, and things like that. So nothing bad. I honestly have been super blessed during my pregnancy. Like, I can't tell you how many people I talk to that are like, oh, how's the pregnancy going? How do you feel? You know, have you thrown up? How's the nausea? And I'm like, it's fine. And then it's like almost awkward because I like don't really have anything else to say. I'm just like, yeah, I feel good. Like I have my energy back during the second trimester. Like I haven't had any issues come up, like medical issues or anything like that. So although like I should feel really lucky, I almost just feel bad because I know a lot of people have really rough pregnancies, and I feel like mine's been like smooth sailing so far, and so I'm almost kind of waiting for something bad to just like happen. I mean, honestly, so far it's been like pretty good. So, and I think that's also helped the fact that it's flown by because there hasn't been anything that I've been dealing with for like weeks at a time or something that are making me go, oh my gosh, like this pregnancy. So it's just been like every day's just been like normal, and then the weeks just like fly by, and yeah, now we're here at 23 weeks. Most recent symptoms that I've gotten though is I definitely was having some like round ligament pain yesterday, and I know I said earlier in my pregnancy that I was having round ligament pain, but that was definitely like something else. I don't know, it was probably gas because I have been pretty gassy this pregnancy. But this was like a sharp pain right in my lower like left abdomen, and it only lasted for like a split second, and it was like on and off. So it would just come out of nowhere and it would just like hit, but then it was gone before I could really like even go or something. So that was probably round ligament pain, I'm pretty sure. I asked my app and everybody was agreeing with me. So now in my second trimester, I do not have that weird like smell thing going on. Like I feel like I still have a heightened sense of smell, but the thing that was like going on with my car that was the worst is pretty much like 99% gone. Like I still feel like my car stinks, especially when I have the air running, like cold air. Like warm air, it hasn't really been bothering me. I can't put it directly on my face because then I smell it the most, but I'll put it like to the floor and it's fine. But like cold air, like today it just happened to be 60 degrees, you know, 4 days before Christmas. I had to put the AC on my way home from work, and it was like, no. I was like, I cannot smell this. It just was disgusting. But it didn't like make my stomach upset or make me have that like watery like sensation in your mouth where you just feel like gross. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but it just smelled bad. It didn't make me feel like bad, if that makes sense. So that's gone. So that's like awesome. That was the biggest thing that I complained about during my pregnancy, probably, was just the smell. And I mean, even like at work, my desk and stuff still smells, but I just need to find like a good air freshener that I like, because now I can handle the strong smells of air fresheners and stuff without it making my stomach feel weird. So I just need to get an air freshener and just sit it in there, and then I should be fine the rest of the time. Another symptom that I've had recently show up is my belly. So it took forever for me to like really start showing. Like in my first trimester, like super early on, I would get bloated, and I feel like I was honestly almost as big as I am now when I was bloated, and it like freaked me out because I was like, this is not normal. My baby's like this big and my stomach's like huge. But then once the bloating kind of went away in my second trimester, I wasn't like flat like I normally am in the front, but it was just like barely enough. It was like almost normal for people, like anybody that didn't really know me, like people at work, they weren't just gonna assume I was pregnant. Like it was just a tiny little thing. And then it became a little bit more noticeable when I would wear like tighter shirts, but anything like a sweater, whatever, 100% like covered it up, couldn't even tell. Then over Thanksgiving break, he just kind of like showed up. Like he was just like, hey, like I'm finally gonna make my appearance. And I remember everyone Thanksgiving saying like, oh my gosh, look how big you are, blah, blah, blah. And I still didn't feel like that big, but I guess it got to the point where it was like noticeable, at least for my family who knows me and knows what I normally look like, to tell that I was like, I actually looked like I was pregnant and not just bloated. But then like the week after Thanksgiving, it just like continued to grow. And then now it's been a month since Thanksgiving, I guess. And you can definitely tell I'm pregnant. So I've already had kids like pointing it out at work. Like this one little girl literally just like stared at me and pointed at my stomach, and I was like, hey, are you pointing at my stomach? Like, that's rude. But I also had a teacher call me out in the middle of the class, and it was pretty hilarious, honestly, but I was just like, what if I wasn't pregnant? And she called me out. Like, she did like a double take when she was writing on the board, and she said, are you having a baby or are you just bloated? And I was like, yeah, I'm having a baby. And she was like, oh, okay, I was gonna say. And I asked her later, I was like, what if I was bloated? Like, all those kids were like staring at me. I was like, I would have ran out of the room like embarrassed. But yeah, so everyone at work knows, at both the schools that I work at, everyone knows. Yeah, it's a thing now. And when we go out, like even my sweatshirts and stuff, it's so weird. Like, you can totally tell, and like especially at night, obviously at night I feel like you're always a little bit bigger and you're like heavier and everything too, but at night when I look at myself, I'm just like, this is weird. Like, it's starting to get to the point, like, first it was weird early on knowing I was pregnant because I didn't look pregnant. Now I'm like used to being pregnant and having everybody know I'm pregnant, but I'm not used to actually looking and showing pregnant woman to everyone in the world. So yeah, that's basically what's been going on my second trimester. Not too much to report, but I mean, I feel like that's a good thing. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my bump looks like right now. Okay, so basically when I'm just wearing like a sweater, you definitely can't tell like really from the front and from the back, but when I turn to the side, you can tell a little bit. It's hard to tell with this black sweater on, of course, but in a lot of other sweaters, and if I'm wearing like a tighter shirt, you can totally tell from the side. And obviously I'm wearing maternity leggings, so yeah, basically you can see already from the front like my belly just popping out right here, and even my belly button feels like it's already like about to pop out. I kind of had like an innie outie belly button, if that makes sense. It wasn't like fully in, but it wasn't out. So being able to feel the little tip of it like starting to poke out is like weird. If I turn to the side, you can see it's definitely there. I'll just pull so yeah, basically that is baby boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you can continue to follow me on my pregnancy journey and my journey to becoming a first-time mom. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.